Number one, the student wants to present the primary aim of the research study. Okay, so this is a study-related prompt among rhetorical synthesis, or I call best accomplished goal problems. We want to find the primary aim of the research study. So every research study has a background, an aim or a goal, a methodology, and a finding. We want to find the aim or goal of the study. So let's read the prompts now, or let's read the bullet points. As engineered structures, many birds' nests are uniquely flexible yet cohesive. Okay, this is background information. A research team led by Bosale wanted to better understand the mechanics behind these structural properties. That's what they wanted. This is the aim. That should be the answer right there. Let's see the answer choices and find that. Bosale's team wanted to better understand the mechanics behind birds' nests' uniquely flexible yet cohesive structural properties. That's it. That is the right answer. It's the same aim. Mechanics behind the structural properties, the mechanics behind the nest's uniquely flexible yet cohesive structural properties. This is the correct answer. Let's check B, C, and D. Understand why they're wrong. The researchers used laboratory models that simulated the arrangement of flexible. This is a methodology, right? That's the methods they used here. Okay, that's not the answer. After analyzing the points where sticks touch, the researchers found that's a finding. That's not going to be a right answer to answer what is the primary aim. That's not the correct answer to the question. As analyzed by Bosale's team, birds' nests are uniquely flexible yet cohesive engineered structures. That's great. That's sort of our background in the beginning, right? But it is not indicating the aim. That is not the right answer to the question. The correct answer is A. That indicates and presents the primary aim of the research study. Number two, the student wants to compare, so this is a compare question prompt, the two women's contributions to the March on Washington. So let's make sure we identify what they want to compare. Their contributions to the March on Washington, right? Not just comparing the women in general, but their contributions to the march. Okay, so let's take a look at the bullet points. African American women played prominent roles in the civil rights movement, including the famous 1963 March on Washington. Background information. Civil rights activist Anna Hedgeman, one of the organizers, was a political advisor who had worked for President Truman. This is information about one of them, but not related to the march in Washington. So general information about one of them. Civil rights activist Daisy Bates was a well-known journalist and advocate for school desegregation. Okay, again, information about her, but this is not the information we want to compare. We want to compare their contributions to the march. Hedgeman worked behind the scenes to make sure a woman was included in the lineup of speakers at the march. Okay, this is what Hedgeman did at the march. Bates was the sole woman to speak, delivering a memorable speech cheering the crowd. This is what the other one, Bates, did at the march. This is going to be the comparison. So my answer, I need these 2 bullet points in my answer. Let's see which one that is. Although Hedgeman worked behind the scenes, that's what she did, to make sure a woman speaker was included, right? To make sure a woman speaker was included. Bates was the sole woman to speak at the march. That's what it says. She was the sole woman to speak at the march. C is your answer. Let's check why A, B, and D are wrong. Hedgeman and Bates contributed to the march in different ways. Bates, for example, delivered a brief but memorable address. So this repeats that comparison of them, but it only tells you what one of them did. It only tells me what Bates did, right? So this includes this part, but fails to include anything about Hedgeman. B, Hedgeman worked in politics and helped organize the march, while Bates was a journalist. Okay, this is the bullet points above that about their careers. That is not answering the question what their contributions to the march were in Washington. Not the answer to the question. D, many African American women, including Bates and Hedgeman, fought for civil rights, but only one spoke at the march. Okay, this is again background information on their careers. And it doesn't even tell you which one spoke at the march, but that's only one of the activities that one of them did at the march. It is not a comparison of the 2 women's contributions at the march, so that's not right. Correct answer is C. 3, the student wants to present the study So present a study and its methodology. So this is a study-related question. We want to present the study, that is the background or identification of what the study is, and we're going to focus on the methodology, not the findings, not the aim or purpose of the study, but the method. That's what we need to find. So ducklings expend up to 62.8% less energy when swimming in a line behind their mother when swimming alone. The physics behind this energy savings hasn't always been well understood. So that's kind of a goal. They want to understand it. Naval architect Jan used computer simulations to study the effect. That's it. That's the method. Okay. So it's a study of the ducks and they're swimming behind their mother. And the method is they used computer simulations. So let's check the answers. Let's find the one that matches. Seeking to understand how ducks swimming in a line behind their mother save energy. Yep, that's what we found out here in the background. Yuan used computer simulations to study the effect. He used computer simulations. That is the method. Therefore, that's going to be the correct answer. B will be correct. Let's check what's wrong with A, C, and D. A study revealed that ducklings, which expend up to 62.8, so this is the background. When swimming in a line, you'll also experience 100. No, this is the background and the findings put together. That's not anything about the methodology. Yuan studied the physics behind the fact that by being pushed forward by the waves, ducklings save energy. Okay, the study revealed ducklings pushed forward by the waves save energy. That's a conclusion. That's a finding. That is not a method in the text. That's going to be a wrong answer. D, naval architect Yuan discovered that ducklings, so discovered, that's a finding. That's a conclusion. That is not the methodology. Okay, that's going to be the wrong answer. B is the correct answer to the question. Okay, here we have the student wants to emphasize the aim of the research study. So again, the focus here is a study-related prompt, and the focus is on the aim or the goal of the study, not the findings, not the method, not even the background, really. Let's take a look at the bullet points. The factors that affect clutch size, the number of eggs laid at one time, have been well studied in birds, but not lizards. Okay, so that's our background. A team led by Myri of Tel Aviv University investigated which factors influence lizard clutch size. So we know a lot about birds, but not about the lizards. That's the background. So they decided they're going to study lizards. That's the aim of this study. Okay. They obtain clutch size habitat. That's the method. Larger clutch sizes. This is the findings here from that bullet point down. Okay. Let's take a look at the answers and find the correct match. It's going to point out that they're studying clutch size in lizards. It's going to be A. Researchers wanted to know which factors influence lizard egg clutch size. That's what they wanted to know. Right there. Because, and the reason why is those factors have not been well studied in lizards. They've been studied in birds, but not lizards. There it is. That is the aim of the research study. Let's just check B, C, and D. After they obtained data for over 3,900 lizard species, they determined, nope, that's the findings. Okay? And a bit of the method as well. C, we now know that lizards in higher altitude environments lay an advantage to short. No, that's some kind of conclusion we would draw from this. That's one of the findings there. D, researchers obtained clutch size and habitat data for over No, that is definitely methodology. That's a method of the study. The correct answer is A. Number 5, the student wants to emphasize the aim of the research study. So again, this is a study-related question, and our particular goal will be to find the aim or purpose of the study. Not the findings, not the methods, not even the background of the study itself. Just the aim of the study. What's the goal? Let's take a look at the bullet points. In North America, woodlands have expanded into areas that were once grasslands. So that's a background for the study. Rogers and Russell of Wichita State University investigate whether woodland expansion is related to changes in climate. Okay, that's the aim. They want to know if the expansion is related to change in climate. By the way, they want this because we've noticed the background, the woodlands have expanded into what were only grasslands. So I'm going to find those 2 points in the answers. The correct answer, that is. Let's find which one it is. Rogers and Russell's wanted to know if woodland expansion is related to changes in climate. Woodland expansion, that's exactly what the aim of the study is. This is probably going to be our answer. Let's just check B, C, and D. Thanks to the work done by Rogers and Russell, we now know that droughts may have played a role in the expansion. No, that's a conclusion, that's a finding. That's one of the points there in the end. Wichita State researchers have determined that tree population was associated with dry intervals. Again, that's a finding. That's kind of down there in the finding section. Rogers and Russell analyzed core samples from oak trees on a site. No, that's method. That's all method right there. They analyze core samples. We just want the aim or the purpose. So the correct answer is A. Number 6. A student wants to explain what a quenched galaxy is. Okay, so somewhere it's going to define a quenched galaxy, and we're going to need the bullet points that help explain it. So let's take a look. Stars form in a galaxy when gravity causes a massive cloud of dust and gas to collapse. A galaxy in a phase of rapid star formation is called a starburst galaxy. Okay, not yet to the point of what is a quenched galaxy. Quenching is a process in which a galaxy loses star-forming gas. And now we're learning something about what a quenched galaxy probably is. It's a process when the galaxy loses the gas to form stars. A galaxy that no longer forms stars is called a quenched galaxy. Okay, so quenching, you lose the gas. A quenched galaxy no longer forms stars because we call that a quenched galaxy. Okay. A quenched galaxy, more information about what a quenched galaxy is. It has entered the post-starburst phase. So these last 3 bullet points should, in some form or fashion, be in and among my answers. Let's see what fits best. Before quenching, a starburst galaxy will form stars. No, that's definitely not the quenched galaxy. That's before the quenched galaxy discussion. When it becomes quenched, a starburst galaxy enters the post-starburst phase. Well, no, that doesn't say anything about losing star-forming gas and the definition of a quenched galaxy. That's talking about a starburst galaxy jumps straight to the post-starburst phase. Okay, that's jumping from there to there without the pertinent information in between. That's not going to be right. Having entered the post-starburst phase, a quenched galaxy is one that no longer forms stars. Yes, you no longer form stars. That is what we call a quenched galaxy, and it's entered the post-starburst phase. Do we really need the definition of quenching in there? It's a process where we lose star-forming gas. No, that's not necessarily part of explaining what a quenched galaxy is. C looks like it's going to be the correct answer. Let's just check D. A starburst galaxy will lose star-forming gas. Okay, that's explaining a little bit about a starburst galaxy, and eventually become quenched. Well, quenched is losing your gas, but that says nothing about what a quenched galaxy is. It's a galaxy that no longer forms stars and entered the post-starburst phase. So that's not right. C is the correct answer for number 6.